Nine bars. That's all Brian May got, just 25 seconds of guitar to turn a song from a piano ballad into a full-on rock opera, and somehow made one of the most recognisable solos in all of rock history. Hey, it's Owen here, and this is Solos That Rule. And look, I know, for a lot of people, this solo lives on a cassette tape playing in Wayne and Garth's car in the movie Wayne's World. But if that's what this solo is to you, there's a whole lot going on underneath that you might have missed when you were busy. Let's take a look at 3 incredible licks from the solo that you can take away and play. Lick number 1 is the opening phrase of this really memorable solo. It goes like this. So it's not into some great shred entrance, it's answering the vocal melody. Freddie's just sung, and Brian May's picked this up like he's carrying on the conversation in the same room. That tone that Brian May gets is so recognisably his, and a lot of that comes from his guitar, the Red Special. This might be the ultimate parts caster guitar. This is a guitar that Brian and his dad built when he was just 16 years old. The neck was carved from an 18th century fireplace mantel. The body was made out of an oak table, and some of the metal parts were even made from motorbike springs. So that's lick number 1. Not technically demanding, but very vocal and very, very memorable. Lick number 2, which includes that really cool faster bit. There's a lot going on in this lick. We start off with quite a big stretch, 13th to the 18th fret. And then that amazing cascading downward scale pattern that he plays. Another note on the Brian May tone, along with the Red Special guitar, a lot of Brian's tone comes from his Vox AC30 amps. Now, if you've never stood in front of an AC30 going full out, it's like being hit by a jet engine. Those things are really, really loud. For some of the layered tones on a lot of Queen songs, he also used the Deacy amp, which is an amp built by Queen bass player John Deacon. And he made this out of a hi-fi speaker and some parts that he found in a skip bin. And of course, Brian May didn't use a pick, he used an English sixpence coin, because why not? Lick number 3 is that quick little ascending scale pattern that Brian May plays after lick number 2. If anyone's ever told you you can't use scales to play a good guitar solo, just play them this lick. One extra little thing that I want to point out is some of the bending techniques that Brian May uses. Quite often Brian May will pre-bend a note and then pick it, instead of the normal way of picking it and then bending the note up. As opposed to... So what you're doing, bend the note up and then pick it. This song was recorded at Rockfield Studios in Wales in August 1975. 3 weeks, 12 hours a day. The operatic section alone had something like 180 vocal overdubs on a 24-track tape machine. They were bouncing down so many tracks that apparently the tape was thin enough that you could actually see through it. And in the middle of all this, Brian May gets just 9 bars to create that incredible, memorable solo. So that's the Bohemian Rhapsody solo. The reason it's on this series is it does the one thing that a great guitar solo has to do. It makes the song better. It's not trying to be the star. Freddie Mercury's the star. The operatic section is the star. Brian May's solo is just the bridge in between those two parts of the song, and it does it perfectly. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Solos That Rule. If you did, check out this playlist here. It's full of solos that I think rule, and I think you will too. See you in the next one. I'm too old for this.